I met a gentleman who out here going through it. Can you please introduce yourself, brother?
My name is Gabriel. How you doing?
Yeah. Put my headphones on to make sure I hear you good. You say your name is Gabriel?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 29, about to be 30 soon.
When is your birthday?
July 19th.
Oh, okay. Right around the corner, you a Cancer.
Yes, sir.
Cancer, right? Shout out to the Cancers. Where are you from originally?
I'm from upstate New York. I'm from Rochester.
How long have you been in Kensington now?
A few years, give or take. I came here originally because of a girl, but I kind of bounced and came back, you know, just, I don't know, I guess to make bad decisions, you know what I mean? Me and my girl, we drove here to meet her parents and whatnot.
Her parents live out in Philly?
Yeah.
Where is she now?
I don't know. That kind of, you know what I mean, didn't work out too well.
Why didn't it work out?
I got my own demons, you know what I'm saying, my own personal shit, and like, she didn't understand that kind of stuff, like, you know what I mean, I guess.
Okay.
You know.
So you've been down here a few years now. Do you have family out here?
No.
Tell us about your situation, your current situation that you're in.
Well, it's just kind of hard to get on my feet. Like, most of my day, you know, I got an addiction, you know what I mean? So most of my day is spent running around trying to get a couple dollars to, you know, keep myself well, and I barely have any time to really do anything else, you know? Since I've been down here, most of my important things have been stolen, you know what I mean? So, I don't even really know how to go about getting all my IDs back and getting this and that, you know, like, so it's just kind of like it feels like I'm fighting an uphill battle, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like there's never enough time in a day, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I hear you. Where's your mother and father?
I think they back home in New York.
When the last time you spoke to them?
It's been years. I think almost like 3 years or something like that.
And I'm sure they're very worried about you.
Yeah. I just stopped calling because, I don't know, I got sick and tired of telling them the same old, you know, sob story kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, got my phone stolen, got this, you know, this happened, needing more help, like, you know what I mean? And it's not like I'm gonna really use their help for anything positive, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of stick to myself, and I figured I'll either figure it out or I won't, you know what I mean? But I don't want to keep being a burden to them, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got siblings and whatnot, and they could probably use the help better than me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how many siblings do you have?
I got 2. I got a big brother and a little sister.
Are they in New York?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Are you the only one struggling with drugs?
I believe so, yeah.
How far do you go in school?
I got a GED. I got that the same year I was supposed to graduate, so.
That's great. You have any favorite childhood memories?
Yeah, I miss skating around town with my friends. Rest in peace to most of them now. I miss going to concerts and shows with my parents. I miss a lot of things, yeah, for sure.
You miss the normal things, right?
Yeah.
Living life instead of just surviving.
Yeah, for sure.
What drugs are you struggling out here with?
Opiates mainly. But you know, I do cocaine once in a while too. You know, It's kind of like I mix the two together or whatever. I do drugs intravenous, like, you know.
Yeah. How were you introduced to drugs?
I mean, I originally sold drugs before I ever did them, you know, for the most part. Like, I started smoking weed and drinking at a pretty young age or whatever. But I was also homeless at a pretty young age, so I needed to find a way to support myself pretty quickly, you know what I'm saying? And that just became, you know what I'm saying, like part of, I guess, my lifestyle or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I just seen that, like, you know, just like anything, like food, water, whatever, you know what I mean? It's a commodity and people are willing to pay for it, so that kind of thing.
Have you been locked up for selling drugs?
Yeah.
What was the longest time you spent in jail?
I kind of got some legal stuff, you know what I mean? That's still, like, you know what I mean? I got to deal with it at some point, but it was 2.5 months, and then I was in and out kind of like every other week for about like 2.5 years.
Yeah. What did you learn from jail? What did jail teach you?
Mainly that I don't want to go back. You know?
How was life growing up in New York for you?
It was kind of rough, yeah. It was kind of rough. I mean, I wasn't from, like, you know, a well-to-do, like, kind of neighborhood or none of that, so it was definitely rough. My parents fell through some hardships when I was younger, so I kind of got moved around a lot, bounced around a lot, you know. Just because my parents were going through some things, and you know, they were, I guess, having trouble figuring their own stuff out. So, you know what I mean, through you know, them having their own problems and whatnot, fighting and arguing, getting evicted from places, that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. So now currently, what do you do for work out here?
I mean, I'm not impartial to much. Like I scrap, like I'll scrap metal. If I could find odd jobs, you know, doing this or that, I don't mind working with my hands. And, you know, I even beg, like I beg sometimes too, you know, panhandle and do that whole thing.
How much do you make every day out here to survive?
I'll be lucky if I make 100, but that's like a whole, like, 12-hour period, give or take, and that's if I'm really, really busting my ass, you know.
Mm-hmm. How do the residents and the people out here treat you?
I mean, I guess there's some of them that treat me pretty decently, you know what I mean? Like I've definitely made a couple of decent relationships with some decent people since I've been down here, but you know, there's a lot of them that seem like they don't really understand, you know, me or my situation, so I don't get treated too great by those types, you know.
Mm-hmm. How's your living status? Where do you sleep?
I don't know how to answer the first one. I mean, I'm homeless, I guess. I kind of just sleep wherever, you know what I mean? I get tired at, you know.
And where do you take showers?
That's a rough one. Like, there's honestly bird baths in like public restrooms is really, like, you know what I mean, all I can do, but it's kind of hard, you know. Finding them public restrooms is far and few between, especially down, you know, here in Kensington and shit, you know.
Yeah.
More or less, I don't want to go back home with the same problems as when I left, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of left home originally to find something better than what I was used to, and I don't want to just go back home the same or worse off than when I left, you know what I mean? Because then I'll feel like, what was it all for, you know what I'm saying? Like, since I left home, I had like I left home. It's been almost 10 years since I've been back home, you know. And for a couple of years, I was doing real good. I was off like the hard drugs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I think the most time I ever had off everything would have been like a 9-month period. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have children?
No.
So what's a day out here look like for you?
Wake up, and then it's pretty much off to the races. I gotta, you know, figure out what I'm doing for that day to get money. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, if I kind of just like go with the flow, really, like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a garbage day, I might scrap metal, you know what I mean? It kind of depends on who I'm with too. Like, if I'm with certain friends, I might, you know, be more inclined to scrap, or I might be more inclined, I might, you know, be able to find some type of work or job, you know, odd job kind of thing, or it's all very, I guess, random, really, you know, like.
I'm sure since you've been out here, you have seen some horrible things. What has been your worst experience that you have seen, heard about, or that has happened to you?
Well, I've OD'd more times than I can count on my fingers and toes. I've had guns stuck to my neck and been robbed. I've watched people get shot right, you know, not even like, you know, a couple sidewalk squares in front of me, you know what I mean? Those are all stuff I'll probably take to, you know what I mean? I'll probably always remember, like, always remember.
What do you think makes you want to keep taking drugs?
I pretty much use them as a crutch, you know? I pretty much use them like, you know, they help me cope with shit mentally that, like, I can't really cope with without, you know what I mean? Like, shit that I can't really live with, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like,
Do you have abscesses from shooting?
Yeah. My legs,
where is it?
My legs are all tore. Well,
let's see, because we show people the reality of the situation. You know how
this shit used to all be a big scar from the trank burns they put in the dope. I had them on both my calves, you know.
So how did you get rid of them? Because they seem healed to me.
I'm washing them like crazy, disinfecting them, and I clean out the stuff from, you know what I mean? Because they'll be like open sores, you know what I'm saying? They'll have like nasty like, I don't know, pus and whatever else under them. So what I used to do was I would have to, you know, rip off the scabs, clean the shit out from under them, disinfect them, and I let them air dry before I bandage them up, you know what I mean? I was dealing with that for like a whole winter, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was rough as hell. Every time I would take off a pair of pants, you know what I mean? It felt like my legs would go with it, you know what I'm saying? Rough John.
Now when you look at your life and you look at your situation, how do you feel?
Lost.
Do you think that you'll find your way back?
I hope so. I don't know. You know, I don't know.
Are you going to try to get help soon before it's too late? Because, you know, it's nothing but death out here now that they're selling people. A lot of people have OD'd and died. A lot of people have arms and legs amputated. And you're still walking. You're still young. You still look handsome. You know, I believe you can get up out of here, brother. You just gotta believe in yourself. What are you have any dreams in life?
Yeah, definitely.
Tell us, what are some?
I mean, you know, I'm gonna go, I don't know, I just wanna go like experience shit, different places. I wanna travel around. I wanna, you know what I mean? Climb mountains and swim in oceans and that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. What are some things you love most about yourself?
how determined I am. I like how hardworking I am, and I don't know.
Do you have any short-term goals?
Yeah, I gotta get a better. Like a backpacking backpack, and I gotta hopefully get get another decent pair of clothes. You know what I mean? That's kind of like my short-term goals. You know. Maybe get an ID again and stuff like that too.
Have you tried going to a prevention point? Because they help people. They have so many places that help people get stuff like that out here. Try prevention point. Have you tried it?
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been back down there. I definitely gotta go back down there.
Yes.
For sure.
Sure, brother, to get that process started, right? Because without an ID, you can't do nothing. You can't even get a free phone if you don't have one. And you need a free phone. I have a phone if you want to call your family. I'm sure they worry about you. So if they were to see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
I guess love you and miss you, and I hope I can get my shit together and see you soon.
You hear that, guys? I'm sure you guys miss him a lot. Keep him in your prayers. Hopefully this chain that's wrapped around him can be broken one day. All right, so you said Gabriel, what's your name?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a favorite band or artist you listen to?
Yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of them. I like hip hop, like, you know what I mean? I like 90s music or classic rock, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you could fly or be invisible, which one would you pick?
Definitely fly.
Why?
Because then I get to go everywhere and do all them, you know.
Yeah.
Travel everywhere I want to go, you know, pretty easy.
Heard that. Do you have a spiritual or religious belief?
I guess Buddhism.
Okay.
If I had to pick something.
Where do you believe you'll go when you die?
I believe there's something after this. You know what I mean? I'm just not quite sure what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you had 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be?
I guess my first one would be to be able to get through the mental shit that I find it impossible to get through without the use of drugs, so I can better myself and not have to spend all that time running around chasing my tail, essentially, you know what I mean? Pretty much running in circles. And the second one would be that my family would be, you know, safe and all right, you know what I mean? And the third one would be I guess just to be happy, really. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a great one. Happiness is the most important thing in this world, is to be happy, you know? So when you hear the word art, A-R-T, what does art mean to you?
Art? It's something you look at and, I don't know, it's something you look at and makes you feel something, you know what I mean?
Got you. To take us home, there are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you so much for, you know, sharing your story with us, and we'll stay connected and we'll follow you on this road. Hopefully it'll be a different scene we'll see you in one day. And remember, guys, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, AML Films, and we out there. Peace out. Yeah, that's fine right here. Yeah, you can sit in your chair if you want. I like your little chair you got. It's cool. Yeah, right?